Hey there, my name is Lucas, and I own the company North Van Detailing, which is a mobile detailing business in North Vancouver, and I also help other detailers automate and scale their detailing business. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a interior and exterior detail on this Polestar, specifically focusing on the wheels and tires. I got a comment the other day where someone was like, "Oh, I really need a thorough wheel cleaning process." The results weren't the best. I don't actually do tire shine in this video. I will touch on it, but basically I'm going to go through the whole detail with you guys right now, and then I'm going to make comments, give you guys some products along the way, and then we'll go over the final results afterwards and how much I charged for this detail. So let's get right into it. So starting off, looking at the outside, right? This thing looks nice. It was pretty dirty. The brake dust on there was pretty built up, as you can see in the cam. Tires pretty beat as well. I believe there was tire shine on this previously, so obviously it's completely worn off. Lower rocker panels have this PPF along the bottom there. Lots of stuff got caught in that. It's kind of a concave section that they put the PPF in. Trunk is very sandy. Inside, it didn't actually look too bad on the surface, but the type of carpets this car has, it's pretty fluffy in some areas, and with the cleats and turf that this client has, it's kind of difficult to just remove it with the vacuum. So we're going to go over a couple steps. There's also some, little stains, not really stains, kind of a smudge on the seats there. But you can see with the turf, kid in the back seat, so you know how that goes. But good. I applaud them for having the rubber mats in. So I'm going to pop those out. First thing I do. And then we're going to come in with the Tornador. So if you don't have a Tornador, you're crazy, okay? But basically what I'm doing is just blowing out everything first and kind of disrupting the carpet fibers themselves. It just allows us for better vacuuming. And I'm going to go over some light carpet shampoo, more of a carpet refresh with you as well. But realistically, I'm just blowing out all of the cracks, all the vents. You see here on the A pillar, or not A pillar, but like the pillar, there was some dog hair, so I had to get rid of that too. And one thing with these sections, I kind of cut a line along the bottom. So starting off like right at this edge here, and then I kind of make my way around. I make sure to blow out each section, like I'm going this way and this way. Just kind of getting the fibers, getting the sand out from the bottom, so it's much easier to just vacuum up later. And then the main thing is I want to keep these sections clear after I'm done blowing. So you'll see that in a sec. Especially at the lines where the mat ends, like you see, oh my gosh, I'm wearing sunglasses in this, so I didn't get anything in my eyes, but I'm kind of going along, making sure everything's blown out. Especially sometimes if you're just like surface level, like you're back here, right? You can't see that there is a thin line of carpet to the left of this foot pad, like right in there. You see that? Often miss spot. So make sure, get in there. See, I kind of dodged that, honestly. That's funny. But yeah, just cutting the line. I'm kind of blowing it out as much as I can, but I'll just push it to the back seat at the very end. But let's fast forward a bit here. You can see what I'm doing now is I'm angling the Tornador backwards. So I'm blowing out these sections that are a little harder to reach with the vacuum, and I'm making sure after I move on with the Tornador that these sections are clean, especially these grates in here, blowing those out the best I can. Okay, next step after that is just vacuuming. So vacuuming up all the loose stuff that was blown out from the Tornador. So I already blew out this section. I'm just coming in with the vacuum now. It doesn't have to be perfect because the next step is going to be a light carpet shampoo here. Pretty surface level stuff. Carpet bomber. Stuff is amazing. I use the 3-step system, but in this case, there wasn't much staining. So I'm just lightly dusting it, getting in there with my hand, kind of using my hand in different angles and different kind of configurations. Like you see here, kind of turned it backwards, just agitating the fibers a bit, making sure the chemical is all in there. And then I'll get a towel and kind of absorb the most of it. We don't want to drench their carpets, right? And we're also pulling up any surface level kind of dirt that is on the carpet. So this is fantastic. And we don't want to just leave here, okay? If you are a new detailer, one common misconception is like, I don't know, if you think about it from a consumer perspective, I guess, is you think, okay, I need to remove stains from the carpet. What do I use? I use carpet shampoo. And then what a new detailer will do is they'll go on Amazon or Google or something, and they'll just type in carpet shampoo for cars or carpet shampoo. You'll find like the Bissell stuff, of course, but usually they'll offer something detailing oriented, and then they'll just pick up Carpet Bomber, and then they'll go with that forever. But what they're doing is they're just spraying the Carpet Bomber and extracting, or just spraying the Carpet Bomber like I am here, wiping it like this, and then leaving it. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Get the step 3. It's a 3-step process. There's enzyme, carpet bomber, and then the finisher, the peroxide treatment. Yeah. So after we, finish scrubbing that out, we are going to come in with the peroxide treatment. Like I mentioned, don't skip it here, folks. Don't skip it. It neutralizes the chemical in the carpet. So everything is chill. There's no, people aren't cleaning their shoes when they're standing or touching the carpet. They're not getting agitated on their skin or anything like that. So we just spray it on there. I give it a wipe down with my hand again, just getting in the fibers, and then we're wiping off any overspray that caused, and then coming in with the vacuum for the me and my crew call it like the final vac. Okay, it's like a call out. You're like, oh yeah, final vac. Okay, nice. Or was that section final vac yet? Yes, it is right now. This is like that whole zone is blocked off. It's done, and we're sucking up any of the leftover residue from the peroxide or the carpet bomber for that matter, and making sure these carpets are fine and dandy. I try and do a really good job on the carpets, folks. It really makes a difference when someone opens their door. You might see a couple crumbs here and there, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard to get absolutely everything. I know some people do, but if I want to be there for 5 hours, you can get everything, but this is good enough. Next up, we're going to move on to the wheels. Okay. Exterior time, wheels. Acid, wheel acid. Okay. That comment that I got, first thing, wheel acid. I know some people might be scared. Okay. Some people might be scared to use acid in their business. But it's not that bad as long as you don't use it on any, crazy fancy rims or something like that. If it's like a classic clear coated rim or, like an older crappy car rim, these work great. Okay. It absolutely deletes brake dust. There's a bunch of different options. This one is made in the USA. There is a variety of different things. Sometimes it's hard to get a shipment of this stuff in cross borders or depending on your suppliers. I would definitely hit up local detailing shops. A classic Canadian Tire would not sell this product, more of a specialty thing. And I would definitely watch a video on how to use this properly. I'm going to give you a light overview. I'm not liable if you mess up your rims. Okay. First off, we're going to make sure this is cool or like lukewarm to the touch. We don't want anything drying on here as the acid is being applied, but I'm getting in the wheel barrels. I haven't even rinsed this yet. I'm getting the wheel barrels and absolutely everywhere. Try not to get on the tire, it doesn't really help on the tire. Let it sit for about, 30 seconds or so. Again, there's no crazy sun beating on this. But as we're rinsing it off, really important, you don't want to go too close with the pressure washer if you have one of these pressure washer hand guns, because you'll get some splashback, especially around the nuts here, or the lug nuts, I guess. If you go too close, it's going to come right back at you. So I hold it away, and then I'll hold it there for, a good amount of time until there's no soap or bubbles coming out of the lug nuts, kind of draining them. But the pressure from the actual pressure washer, the FOV cone there, it's blocking any splashback. So this is great. You can just see the brake dust oozing out the bottom. And then afterwards, we're going to come in with, I know it might be a little confusing here. We're going to come in with, I believe it's called Dark Fury. Okay. It is by Superior Products. It is a pain in the ass to get Superior Products into Canada. I'm not going to lie. But really good company. I do recommend basically any of their stuff if you can get your hands on it. Superior Products, Dark Fury. It is in a Brake Buster bottle. Brake Buster's too expensive. You can get Dark Fury. Boom. Yeah. See, I'm like, no, no, no. It's not Brake Buster. It is Dark Fury. And we're absolutely drenching everything. This is tires. This is wheels. This stuff, Dark Fury is also a bug remover. Just saying. We're going to come in here with a brush and just agitate everything. The acid did the majority of the work, but I'm really just coming in and making sure that there's no little smudges or any road tar that might need a little extra agitation. And then specifically the lug nut brush, coming in and touching up any details in there that might need to be fixed, especially around this little tire pressure. We'll rewind that. This little tire pressure pump spot here. There's always like a little lip. You're gonna want to hit that if you want good wheels, okay? And the next brush is chemical, guys. I know everybody. Bow. Everybody has a little stigma around chemical, guys, and so do I. There's stuff's overpriced, consumer grade stuff, but this is a brush. People, don't be at me in the comments saying, "Oh my God, this detailer guru guy is using chemical gut brush." Okay, cheap brush. One thing that you new players might not be doing is once you brush that, there's always a little spot at the bottom your brush can't hit. Okay? Don't tell me there isn't. Go in there with a nice stiff brush and hit that little spot. Like your brush is not getting in there if you use that same brush that I did. Okay? Just saying. That's how you get the good things. Because once they spin, they drive, park in a different spot, they'll see like the dirty spot, and then it'll be like, what the heck? Same with your tire shine. If you're not hitting that bottom spot, it's like, it just looks weird. Like as they're on the road, people, I don't know, gotta be thorough. Okay. It's not really about being detailed. Detailed is kind of like just a buzzword because it's the industry, but it's about being thorough. Like you want to do your due diligence and make sure it's a good all around, no pun intended, job. We're coming here, rinse it all off. Same thing with the splashback. Careful, this stuff is not good for you. Don't get that on your skin. But yeah, that's basically it. I went in there with the Christmas tree brush too to get the wheel wells. You can see nothing on my finger there. And I'll do the other wheels. After a contact wash, foam cannon, everything, this had so many little iron deposits on here. So I went around with the iron decontamination machine, which is iron remover, and you can see, especially on the white cars, it just turns totally purple. Like, look at all that. Look at all that. Crazy purple time. And the client was super happy with it. All that was just popping out at him because he had a white car, and I just deleted it off his car with the secret sauce. And this is the afters. Okay, really slick. Wheels, we'll pause on the wheels. Pretty good. Like, up to par. These wheels are nowhere like near perfect condition. They are in obviously great shape, but that's the best we could do given the circumstance. If I really wanted to, I could have iron removered the it's not the caliper, you know what I'm saying, this back thing. I ran out of the bottle and I didn't want to refill it, and it's not mandatory for the service I'm offering, so I didn't do it. He'll just break and it'll be fine anyways. But yeah, look at that. Still a little tinted. Okay, a little tinted, but they're nice. They're nice and clean, nice and black. And this client didn't particularly like the super shiny tire shine, so we just opted out for it today. But this is the afters. Looks pretty good. I left a little towel for them as well every single time I do. And yeah, all in all, good detail. If you have any questions about this specifically, or just Look at me chasing this bug around. The classic mirror drip. Yeah, if you have any questions about this video specifically or anything that you want to do scaling your business or automations, drop them below. Drop them below. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if you have questions and I will answer them. Maybe I'll even make a video on it. Thinking about starting a daily updates channel. Think about it. Kind of a building in public kind of thing. Nick's Arrive, this big school guy, does like AI automation stuff. Kind of inspired by him to start that channel. So his idea, but I might have to copy it. I really like making these videos, and the masterclass is on its way. So if you like my smile, cheese, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.